Hi, let's talk about once again about Farmmi. It's a company that processes and sells agriculture products in mostly in China, but in the US also Japan, Canada, Europe, Korea, Middle East. They are offering their products to restaurants, cafeterias, local specialty stores, and as well through the distribution. And the company was founded in 2015, and it has a headquarter in the China. We do second review of the company because there was some of the comments. Here we see Samuel Martinez commented, your video is not gonna keep Farmmi stock down. You sound like a boring hater. I almost fell asleep listening to you. Yeah, I was actually saying that the stock is pretty volatile, and there's a lot of reasons. The stocks that I review, they are highly popular, but there's a lot of news, good news, pumping the stock up. As you can see here, they had a lot of news that affecting the stock positively. There's the big players that have been entered in in the in the good prices. So we see here the volumes where the could possibly happen the entering, but usually if institutions are entering small cap companies, as we have here Farmmi, so market cap is 12 million. Yeah, of course, it's not so easy to enter with for example, a lot of cash. They're entering in a small portion, then they have the limits. They have a buy limits. So if they're buying too much, they can affect too much of the price. So there's no so much sellers. There's only buyers. Like if big capitals are moving to the small cap companies. And what happened next? They are pumping with the news. For example, we see here TipRanks has. I opened the news section. There's a lot of uh, expectations, expands, rescue 42 million of capital raise, close at 4 million underwritten public offering, and so on. They're expanding. It's not about only this company, but there's a lot of companies that have very good positive contents news field going on. The price is going up. Actually, I can show you here. So for example, the hedge fund entered somewhere around $0.5 per share. Then after some time they are pumping the stock with the good news. They raised capital, they expand, and then they sell it on the peak. So they made already over 300%. And what happened next? The good news continues, but why the stock price is going up, down? The big player is selling the stocks, and for the big player, if he wants to sell, he needs the buyers. And where they come from? They come from the news. If the expectation of the potential price is raising, they're rescuing a capital raise, they're expands the sales and so on. There's more investor wanted to be a part of expansion. They are buying, and yeah, big players selling. And what happened next? Minus 49%. And currently, if you buy, I'm sure somewhere entered at this price, $2.21. So there's high possibilities, and he believed that the price could possibly go over $5 per share and so on. And currently, they are sitting in minus 80%. I'm not I'm not willing to be dramatic, but and if we see the 5-year frame, so here is the more dramatical. So they entered the IPO. Somebody brought the stock at $6, waited 3 years, and 92% down. Is this the mark of the quality company? No. So it's a highly volatile share price what I review, and my goal is prevent of doing wrong decisions. So why do people like when their money in other pockets? So have you like minus 30, minus 50 positions, and have you like plus 50 positions? And which stock are more quality? And what I mean by high volatile share price is that yeah, the big players are pumping the stock with the good news. There's lots of expectations and expansions, news, big deals are coming. Price go 100% plus. What happened next? Price goes down, and there's still could continue to the good news, but there's so much volume are going on, so the big players are going out of the stock, and yeah, people believe in the company when the price is already fallen minus 50%, and when the fall comes, what people do? They sell. So they buy high and sell low. So if you really believe in the company, you should buy at any level. Pretty much, you can buy at this on own risk. So $6, yeah, you brought this like $1,000. It goes up. You brought here at level of 10. It goes down very quickly, minus 7%. You buy here, it goes again back, and so on. But this is long-term downtrend. I believe it could possibly go up once again because it closed in 25%, and yeah. So my goal is that you are not going to do some of the quick decisions, all in a highly volatile share price and so on. There's a lot of risks. For example, you can see in my videos I review the fundamentals. They are, yeah, I'm a boring human, but anyway, I tell the truth. It's better to tell the truth that it's highly volatile share price, and the investor should be like curious, is it or is it not, and how much he believes, because like the minus 70%, it's hurting very much. And if you have, do you have minus 30 positions, and what do you call then? Is it quality stocks, but it's going to grow, or what? Anyway, yeah, the PE ratio is okay, but it's okay by now. So when the stock price went like 92% down, and it's currently the 15 is below the US market, and they become profitable this year. So actually maybe this point is the good point to enter. But earnings have declined by 27% over the past 5 years. Shareholders have been diluted, felt their share price not have meaningful market cap. And I'm not willing that companies, I'm not shorting any company that I review. So I do not have any short position, and I never short. I'm a bull investor. I believe in growth. but I believe in growth after the fundamentals and after there's when there's a buybacks, when for example here shares outstanding decreasing, here you can see it's only increasing. So those expansions that they have needs money. Do they need to borrow? If they borrow, if interest rates goes up, it's becoming a little hard to the debt become more serious, and yeah, the cash flow is more needed. There's better options. We can like print the shares, but when they're printing the shares, the price could go low and even pretty fast down. So this is the risks. These are the risks that investors are on a daily basis are coming to. But positive news that total sales are increasing. In sales growth, we can see it's negative 2%, so the sales decreased. But anyway, the return is currently minus 9%. Yeah, here's another once again, which one company is quality and which is not. US food 25%, company is minus 9. Yes, it could go possibly like 25% by week, but it's highly volatile, as I said. And as you can see here, 3 years. So almost all your capital in 3 years down to almost zero. It's not a sign of a quality company, or am I wrong? Future growth for the industry is 10%. Here we cannot see the future growth forecast of the company. Past performance decreased by 27% annual earning growth, and they do have high quality earnings. Financial health side. So yeah, they do have a depth. The equity is raising. The cash level, yeah, so I think once they have the cash, they I think so they put on the depth, and the depth level is currently 7,500,000 is cash, equity almost 30 million. Balance sheet not so significant, so it's debt to equity ratio is 24%, considered satisfactory. They're not paying dividends, and insider trading no volumes, and general public only 57, insiders 40, institutions almost 3, and there's once again I repeat the same information as previously. There was 2 companies that entered, but yeah, we have a last reporting holding date 31st of December. So let's have a look. 31st of December they entered. Since there, plus 84%. So they could possibly sell when it was because this is once again its last reporting holding date 31st of December, so they could enter it even in November. So I think they made the plus 100%. This is all here because there's a big movement. Yeah, I think there's a lot of people that brought the stock here, and they're not now. They're back holders minus 77%. Yeah, so I might sound boring, but my goal is not that you guys not lose your money in those investments. The stock has no price targets, neither the tip ranks, neither the market watch, and yeah, Finviz shows that there's once again high volume, so I think this is once again good level to buy. But those who bought the stock on the upper levels, yeah, you can pretty much hold it till it grow again, but diversify your portfolio. It's better to buy those companies. Even the S&P 500, it's 1 day frame, but if we see 1 week, there's a like correction going on, but nothing like crash uh, for uh, for the 1 week performance. So if we open the 1 month, I think yeah, so there's a lot of a green, and yeah, there's a lot of news why they dropped the 50%. So you can basically read all those news, but it's also like reacting on those news. So I kindly not recommend it, because yeah, the news are usually pumping the stock up, and if the news are good, they are pumping even faster. But yeah, there could be even good news after it dropped minus 50%. It's still like yeah, it's a stock market, highly volatile share price, not so known company, and so on. Anyway, investing.com summarizing the stock for long-term investors as a strong sell. Thanks for watching this video. Subscribe to the channel, like the video, and see you in the future one.